Morning, everybody. So, sun is just peeking up over the mountains, and man, it's beautiful. I love getting out early here. So, today I wanted to share a thought that seems really simple, but again, it's just sometimes tough to understand and implement a concept at the same time. So, today I want to talk a little bit about people who pay attention. All right. And this goes hand in hand with another saying that's very common is you get what you pay for. All right. So this, kind of has to be understood on a basic level first. So when we pay for something, what we're doing is we're exchanging something that we feel is valuable to us for something that we feel is more valuable. Okay. That's how an exchange happens. So anytime we want something of value back, it makes sense that we should have to give up something of value that we already have. Okay. Now, this value that we're giving up, most of the time people feel needs to simply be money. And money has its own inherent value because it's very flexible. So first of all, it's valuable because of what it can get us. But secondly, money is valuable because of what we had to do in order to get the money, right? And so we already have a value invested into the money just to get it in the first place. So when we pay for something with money and we give up that money, we have a very large value attached to that in our own right. Okay, so when we give up money for something else, that thing that we're exchanging it for has to be more valuable than what we feel the money has a current value to us at that time. Okay, now this is just the first part. So you can pay for things with money, and a lot of times that's enough for you to find value in what you're receiving specifically for that money. So for example, I used to be a personal trainer, and I would charge people 50 or 60 bucks an hour to work with me. And most of the time, people found very good value in what I was offering simply because they had put money on the table. It wasn't that I necessarily had information that nobody else had, but because I was able to line out the structure, point them in the right direction, give them tips, answer their questions, all of those sorts of things, provide motivation, accountability, make sure they get to the gym, all of that stuff, the money that they had sacrificed in order to get those things from me was valuable enough for them to at least go through the process, okay, of coming to the gym, working out, and trying to get in better shape. Now, this goes into the next part of this, is the people who got the most out of the time that they spent with me doing personal training were the people who paid the most. Now, not to say that I charge some people a certain rate and other people's another rate, which, I did because of the package size that they bought. If you bought more sessions, I charged you less per session, but it's a higher dollar amount. But the people that put more money down up front and bought the bigger package were the ones that stuck it out. They were the ones that stayed consistent, okay? The ones that bought the little package, I'm just going to test the waters. I'm just going to buy 3 personal training sessions, and I'm going to see how this goes. There was no commitment. They were not sacrificing enough of their own value to make it seem like what they were getting back from me was of value. Okay, so that was one thing. All right, the people who paid the most up front were the ones that stuck it out longer because they had made a bigger upfront commitment. Okay, that's number one. So they paid more money. Secondly, of the ones that paid a higher dollar amount, the ones that received the highest value, regardless of how much they paid, were the ones that continued to pay, the ones that continued to put more of their own value into this investment. And the things that they continued to pay with were effort, the hard work that they put in every day when they came to the gym, and they worked their ass off to do everything that they could to make that 1 hour session that they had with me that day matter. Those were the people who also left the gym and decided to make the conscious effort to sacrifice the cheeseburger for a salad. They had to pay with that little bit of momentary anguish to say, I'm going to go ahead and not do that, make a better decision, because this is an investment that I made over in this other area that I'm now carrying with me into other parts of my world so that I can get the best out of this experience, right? So, the third part is time. The people that came back consistently every time that we had a scheduled session and showed up to the gym when I wasn't there and worked out on their own and came in on the weekends and went for walks before they would come to the gym, and the ones that put out the most time commitment were the ones who had the best results by far. Now, this was very easy for me to see, and so I actually started telling people this, and lo and behold, people had no idea. It was like I had uncovered this magic secret that if you actually commit yourself and if you actually put in a whole bunch of effort, not just in that moment, but all the time, and you spend a lot of your hard-earned valuable time going after something and learning about it and implementing that and making that an experience that you carry with you every single day, the amount of value that you are giving up not only goes up, but the amount that you get back is even more valuable. Because those people, and there were very few of them that did this. Paula Price, if you're watching this, you're one of the hardest working ladies I've ever worked with, okay? This lady literally would do everything that I'm saying, plus a whole bunch that I didn't know about, because she wanted to work hard. She wanted the results, and not because she had given up money for it, and not because she had given up time for it, not because she wasn't willing to work hard on her own, but it was because of the consistent value that she saw from it, okay? We have to see results. We have to see something immediately coming back to us to feel like we're getting something for what we're sacrificing, right? And so when we go to a gym and we work out for that day, we're not going to lose a bunch of weight. Our muscles are not going to be humongous, and we're not going to lose all our body fat and be able to do 100 push-ups and pull-ups or whatever it may be. But if you realize on a low level that you are better off leaving the gym than when you walked in, you can understand there's an immediate benefit for you, okay? You strengthened your heart, you increased your blood flow and your oxygen levels, you detox some of your body, you burn some calories, okay? You move your joints, all of that kind of stuff. So you're going to get a lot of benefit from this immediately. Even if you can't see it, you have to just kind of have it pointed out to you, okay? But if over the course of time, we continue to put that value in ourselves, and we continue to pay, we can pay more money for more sessions, we pay more time every time we come to the gym, we put in more effort, because the effort we did last time, our body's getting used to, so now we got to put in a little bit more effort to keep moving forward, right? Every time you pay again, you get more back. And your body's stronger the next time you go in. So you're able to lift more weights, and you're able to work out a little bit harder, and you're able to run that faster mile, okay? But the people who pay the most are the ones that get the most back. So you do get what you pay for. Sometimes money is not enough. Money only has a finite value to it, okay? It's only worth X amount of dollars, okay? Makes sense? But the other things that we pay for also have a finite value, okay? So in order to pay more, sometimes we have to do it over time. Not everybody has a whole bunch of money in their pocket. And I promise you, okay, if you are already wealthy or rich or whatever word you want to say for somebody that has more than enough money to do what they want to do, the money becomes less valuable and the time becomes more valuable. So if you go to somebody that makes six figures every month, for example, this is the guy I'm working with, they have no problem putting down $10,000 to buy whatever. But if you go to any average Joe that trades their time for dollars, $10,000 is a lot of money. So that value is specific to you. How much do you value what you're giving up? That's how you determine what you're going to get back, not what everybody else says that value is. So if there's something that is of value to you that you would like to accomplish or acquire or purchase or learn, whatever it may be, if there is something of value to you, two things need to happen. Okay, first of all, you need to pay as much as you possibly can, as much as you can afford for that thing, right? If it's valuable enough and you want it bad enough, then you need to pay as much as you possibly can for that thing. Because the faster you pay, the quicker you get it, and the more value you will receive from it. Okay, that in value increases by paying more. Secondly, battery's down here. Secondly, you need to consistently pay over and over and over by learning about what you're paying for. Surround yourself with other people who are already using what you have or have what you want, right? It's important to learn how to pay smarter, to do things more efficiently, so you're not having to constantly just give up a bunch of time. You're not constantly just wasting your own value and not receiving that back fast enough. Because if you don't get value back fast enough, it's very difficult to stay motivated to go towards the thing, okay? It's very difficult to want to continue to say what I'm giving up is worth what I'm getting back. So if you actually commit yourself, then it becomes almost impossible to fail, all right? So put in your value, expect to get back what you're putting in, and be honest with yourself in these moments of, am I really doing what I'm supposed to do? Am I really making those choices? Am I really committing myself to whatever it is that I'm trying to accomplish? And if you can say that yes to yourself, then you'll win. You'll get exactly what you deserve, all right? So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me a little bit today. Beautiful day, absolutely loving it out here. So leave me a comment below with the most expensive thing that you have paid for that you felt that you got the same amount of value back, okay? So something that you bought that you were just crazy amount of money, worked your ass off to get it, whatever it may be, and what it is that you got back in return for that. I love to hear these stories, so I'll see you next time, guys.